The average Aussie family is living life in the red, with the national household debt to yearly income ratio sitting at around 185%. Basically, for every dollar earned annually, $1.85 is owed. But even with these crazy debt levels, the relatively new industry of buy now, pay later options like Afterpay and Zip Money is going boom. In turn, calls to debt helplines are too.
More and more people are contacting the National Debt Helpline with debts to buy now, pay later providers, sometimes multiple providers. This is often on top of other debts they have, like credit cards, utility arrears, and problems with other bills.
Buy now, pay later, or BNPL for short, is marketed like a lay-by when it's actually kind of the opposite. At participating retailers, you can use your preferred BNPL service to pay 20 to 25% today, take your goods home straight away, and pay the rest off in 3 or 4 regular instalments.
The big problem with buy now, pay later is it's not regulated in the same way as other credit providers. That means they don't have to have responsible lending standards. That means they're not required to assess whether the loan is suitable for you and whether the repayments are affordable.
Now consumer groups want BNPL services to be subject to the same rules as other types of credit. To date, buy now, pay later has avoided being regulated like loans because the associated fees are paid by the retailers, not the consumers. But industry big dog Afterpay says there are other important differences.
We stop people spending when they miss a payment so they can't get into deeper and deeper debt. And we make sure our late fees are low and capped, which is resulting in consumers paying fewer and fewer late fees.
The number of BNPL accounts in Australia has jumped from fewer than 500,000 to almost 4 million in just 5 years. And around 1 in 5 people say they owe money to at least one provider.
Afterpay has grown quickly, but it reflects the fact that this is the next generation way for consumers to pay. That means they avoid 20% interest, they avoid a debt trap, and they can own their purchases without having to worry about paying them down over many years.
So is it time to treat these services more seriously?
The fact that there isn't more regulation around these services is astounding to me. And you see them targeting young women specifically a lot. They use influencers on Instagram to find people to sign up to these services. Before they know it, they're in financial trouble.
Yeah. You know, there's been some fascinating research done on how our human brains, when we pay actual physical cash, it registers as pain. And when we use a credit card or, you know, Afterpay, when we use something that's not physical cash, we don't feel the pain the same way. So I kind of think like maybe if there is no regulation, we regulate ourselves by, if we do use Afterpay, we just got to like give ourselves a really big pinch or something. I don't know, you know, like kick ourselves in the shin. It's something to make us feel it.
The idea that it's not part of some sort of, oversight is just madness. There has to be a lot more done there.
With so much content online, it's sometimes hard to keep up with it all. And let's face it, who has the time? The Project YouTube has you covered with the stories that matter. Hit subscribe for a daily list of the news that you need to know.